I'm TV6 meteorologist Eric DeBroca, and this is your weather on demand. Boy, today it sure felt like September, but unfortunately later on in September, about 3.5 weeks from now, that's our typical high, 62 degrees, by about September 24th or 25th, so about 10 degrees below where we should be this time of year. We have fallen to 71 now, and we'll continue to do so the rest of the month at a pretty good clip as well. And the sunset, too, we lose a lot of daylight. 8:28 tonight is the sunset. Matter of fact, September is the month where we lose the most amount of daylight, almost an hour and a half. Happy meteorological autumn. September 1 is the beginning of our little fall here, and so we can close the books on summer. Officially, we were 2.3 degrees above average for the months of June, July, and August, putting all those together, and really this was the warmest summer since 2012. Pretty interesting stat there, but also closing the book on August was the second wettest August in 28 years. What also topped that was the summer of 1988, another very hot summer, but this month of August we had over 4.5 inches of rain. For the entire summer, though, we were almost 3 inches of rain above average. For the winds at the moment, they are kind of calming down, particularly across the western portion of the UP, just 5 out of Iron River and 8 from Copper Harbor, but look off to the central and to the east where we have gusts 15, 16, 17, 18 miles an hour out of Sawyer, and also they're all from the northerly direction, still telling us high pressure is just off to the west, but approaching us at the moment. Look at this huge trough that we have carved out pretty nicely across the eastern half of the United States, and really it's a divided one because you look off in Bismarck and the Dakotas and also farther west in Montana, they're upper 80s, even near 90 out in Billings. And so the cool fall-like weather we have now is going to be short-lived as much warmer air moves our direction. This actually is going to be affecting our weather, believe it or not. This is now Hurricane Hermine, which became a hurricane a few hours ago. Maximum sustained winds at the moment are 75 miles per hour. Significant is that it's been 11 years since Florida had a last landfall from a hurricane. It's actually the longest streak since they've had in our recorded history. They can expect over a foot of rainfall, even locally more than that, 15, even 20 inches towards Apalachicola and even other parts of the Panhandle. For us, though, decreasing clouds, high pressure, light winds all means a very chilly night. And actually, the next couple of nights are going to be rather cold, or at least chilly to say the least. But tonight is going to be the coldest night where we can expect some isolated frost, particularly away from the Great Lakes and in the highest elevation. Not going to be a huge deal, just that note, you can see some isolated low to even mid-30s in some spots. But then from there we rise quite nicely on Friday under mainly sunny skies, another beautiful day, and then that trend's going to hold right on through the weekend. Another cold night on Friday night into Saturday morning, not as cold as Thursday night though. But notice here when we get to the day on Saturday and the winds start to flow out from the south and west, so steadily each day of our holiday weekend we increase the temperatures by a couple of degrees, and so by the time we reach Monday we're going to be pretty darn close to 80 degrees. So from these lighter blues here, temperatures in the 30s. Now highlighted as 43 degrees from Iron Mountain and also Iron River. Everybody else will be in the middle upper 40s will do. From there we rise into right around 70 degrees. Marquette, that'll be our high. Just a tad cooler. Manistee and Escanaba, upper 60s out that way. We're talking about 71 degrees out in Iron Mountain. Your TV 6-day forecast now features, again, some cold nights, but despite that, we're going to do some serious warming, particularly Saturday and Sunday. Now, the significance of the Hurricane Hermine is this. Initially, we were thinking that the rain was going to come later on Sunday. Now, this is actually going to slow down the jet stream just enough to hold back the rain, kind of set up a little blocking pattern going on in the early part of the week. It's going to do two things. It's going to push the rain back just enough, but it's also going to allow the rain to stay in the forecast all the way through the middle of next week, but temperatures above average in the 80s on Tuesday.